Hey there, boys and girls.
Zombie 3. You know those movies you see every once in a blue moon that just kind of leave you scratching your head and asking yourself, what the hell did I just watch? And then you have those weird sequels that come along way after the original did and only really exist as a sequel by name only? Well, Zombie 3 is both of those things. And if you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Zombie 3 is a 1988 Italian horror film directed by Lucio Fulci and Bruno Mattei. The film is a sequel to Fulci's original Zombie, or Zombie 2, in name only. The film, in a nutshell, is about a group of scientists at a top-secret research facility who are working on a biological weapon called Death 1, which mutates and kills the living creatures it infects and reanimates them afterwards. Of course, the weapon is leaked out of the facility, which leads to a spread of the infection on soldiers and touring people in the area and surrounding cities. Now, when I was a kid back in the 90s, I remember seeing this film in the video stores and wondering what the hell it was. I mean, Zombie 3? Was there a Zombie 2 I didn't know about? This was, of course, way before I grew up and found out about the Zombie 1 release title changes in Italy and the rest of the world. You know, that whole discrepancy. Those of you who know what I'm talking about, well, know what I'm talking about. The rest of you, look it up. It's quite a weird situation. I touched on the subject a bit in my Zombie 1 review. But anyways, I remember picking this film up from the video store and rushing home to watch it, and when I did, I had only one phrase that could possibly sum up my experience. What the fuck? I didn't know what the fuck I just watched. It wasn't really a horror movie, not really a comedy, not even a black comedy. It was just, to be honest, a Sci-Fi Channel original movie before Sci-Fi Channel made original movies. That's what it felt like. It was like a made-for-TV movie on drugs or something. Like the creators of the film took a bunch of acid and were just like, let's go make a zombie movie. After heavy research in the early 2000s, though, I found out that Fulci left the project after filming a decent portion of the film due to health issues. The film was then turned over to secondary director Bruno Mattei, and I think that's why the film ended up being a lot more crackhead than originally planned. I mean, come on. There is a flying zombie head in the movie. A flying zombie head. It flies. Like, legit flies. Like the guy opens the fridge and the goddamn thing flies across the room. You have machete-wielding zombies, which was actually kind of cool and terrifying in a pre-28 Days Later rage virus kind of way. And we even see a fully conscious, fully sentient zombified DJ who was apparently zombified the entire time we've been hearing his voice throughout the film. It's just weird. It's a straight-up weird movie. Not weird to the point of being too incoherent, but sort of on that line. And a lot of the horror movies coming out of Italy during this time period were similar in those aspects, for whatever reason. But contrary to what you might think so far, though, I would say that overall I do enjoy the film, just not in the way I usually enjoy a film. This film keeps my interest because how weird and random it is. Not to mention the almost hilarious overacting, the really abrupt pacing, and the oversaturated color palettes of the zombie makeup effects, which borderlines cartoony. Who knows? Maybe they were going for that. But if there was just one thing that I love from this film, it would have to be the original score. It's totally not a typical horror movie score. It sounds more like a bad 80s action show soundtrack. But that right there is one of the reasons it just works so well. It's perfectly opposite of what you would think a score for a film like this one should be. And it jams. The Zombie 3 theme song is borderline hysterical. All I can really tell you is that you definitely need to watch this film, if not for the Lucio Fulci aspects and its quote-unquote connection to Zombie, even if it is just a name, but for the sheer curiosity of the thing. It's definitely up there with some of the weirder zombie flicks. However, I have to give my honest overall opinion and rate this film as I see fit. So with that said, and I think without a doubt, Zombie 3 really deserves nothing more than a 5 out of 10. Watch the film, and you'll understand why. So, Zombie 3, 5 out of 10. But what did you think about the film? Comment below. Let's start a debate.
Alright guys, this concludes today's episode of Super Zombie Movie Review Man. I will see you next time.